Hi, and welcome back to another episode on the Litchfield Media YouTube channel. I'm your host, Melissa Litchfield. Today, I'm going to dive super quickly into a topic that I'm actually really excited to talk to you today about, and it's all about Threads. So you might be wondering, is Threads dead in 2024? Is Threads the type of place that you want to be hanging out in order to grow your business on social media? Well, in this video, I'm going to dive into Threads and show you what's been happening on my website since going all in December with using Threads. All right, so over the past month, I have been using Threads just because there's one, no ads. Two, I feel like the community is a lot more connected on Threads. And I also feel like, the third reason is because I'm seeing a lot more people that either one, I totally do follow on Instagram, but I would probably never see their posts or stories on the Instagram feed. Or on the flip side of that, I'm seeing people that I would have probably never seen on Instagram, and I'm interacting and following them and engaging with them. I'm having awesome and amazing connections and conversations. So that's why I've been kind of spending most of my time over there. And for the past month in December of 2023, I really went all in. I wouldn't say went all in, but that's where most of my time was being spent in terms of Instagram or TikTok. I mean, those are the platforms that I'm usually kind of scrolling through and engaging with. But for December, I really just spent my time on the Threads app. Okay, so let's chat about some numbers. So for the course of December, I was posting 4 to 5 times a day. These don't have to be revolutionary thoughts. Sometimes it's a mix of business and personal, or just random pop culture things that are happening in the space, or anything that relates really back to millennials, because that is essentially who I can relate to. I relate to millennial entrepreneurs. So that's sometimes what I talk about on Threads, but I don't post every day. But when I do post, I post at least 3 to 4 times, sometimes 5. I don't want to post too much and I don't want to post too little, but I've been getting some great conversations regardless on Threads. What's amazing and pretty shocking to me is that I have actually seen increased traffic coming from the Threads app in comparison to Instagram. So what does that mean? I've actually included a little screenshot here on the screen to actually physically show you. This is directly from my Google Analytics account. You can see Instagram has been beat by Threads single-handedly for the first spot. So Threads have beat out Instagram in terms of traffic. So when thinking of social media and using it for business, I know a lot of social media gurus or experts really focus on high level vanity metrics like likes and shares and comments. But the true value for social media for me is getting that traffic off the app and actually visiting my website. That is the number one metric that I feel like you should be tracking to. Obviously, I think those other metrics do matter, right? Because you do need to monitor those in order to actually grow your awareness on Instagram or even on Threads, right? If we're talking about engagement. But the really important metric is the amount of people that are clicking through and going to your website and taking action, right? I mean, obviously you can make sales in the DMs. Threads doesn't have the DMs yet, but sending people to my website is super important to me because I do want them to go there and I do want them to spend some time over there. So that's what I'm going to get into next. Okay, another cool metric that I want to share with you is the traffic that has been going to my website for the past month. So that's pretty much what the screenshot data was based on the month of December. And when comparing the traffic from Threads to Instagram, I looked at the user engagement. The user engagement for the traffic coming from Threads was 37% higher than the traffic coming from Instagram. Now, this tells me some important key stuff, and it kind of gives me a look into what they're actually doing on the website, right? So when we talk about engagement, this means that they're actually reading the content on the pages. They're clicking around. 37% of a higher engagement rate for these type of users that are coming from Threads. So these users are much more qualified, probably a little bit more warm, but they have an intent, a really crucial intent that I want from every lead. I want them to be interested and spend some time on my website. So I had to share that metric with you. Okay, and now we're gonna go into 3 to 4 different reasons why I'm currently loving Threads. Number one, it is a low lift marketing effort for me. So when I talk about low lift marketing, and some other creators have been talking about low lift marketing as well, but to me, low lift is not having to create graphics, not having to come up with a longer caption or a specific hook to go with the caption. It's sometimes there are hooks involved, but one, I don't have to film any videos. I don't have to do B-roll. I don't have to talk to the camera or edit the video. So to me, Threads is really low lift. Now you can't exactly schedule anything right now at the moment in the app. So in order to like wrangle all my thoughts in my brain and prevent myself from posting every single thought that I have in my brain, I'm starting to just jot them down like in a notes app. So that way I can come back to that thought, copy, and paste it into Threads. Okay, reason number 2 I'm loving Threads right now is the new connections. I mentioned this before, but there are several new connections that I have never seen on Instagram pop up in my kind of like explore feed is what you want to call it. Some of the people that I'm following, some of them aren't, but majority of people that pop up on my feed are usually users or accounts that my followers are interacting with as well. So that is really cool to see. I'm having super awesome conversations. And when I post my YouTube video links on Threads, people are actually commenting on it. So I feel like the click-through rate to my YouTube videos that I share are actually getting clicks. Whereas Instagram, I feel like I post and share like a small clip of my YouTube video and, it doesn't really get much traction. Okay, third reason why I'm loving Threads right now is there's no ads. This might sound like a crazy thing for an ad specialist to say, but gosh, it's kind of just like a breath of fresh air, right? I don't have to be bombarded by suggestion posts, sponsored posts, people who they think I might want to follow. It's simply just a straight up following feed, or you can see basically others who are interacting with other accounts that you follow as well. So I love the fact that there is way less distractions in terms of ad and suggested content on Threads in comparison to the other apps. And don't get me started on TikTok right now because it's feeling like QVC. Everyone is selling something on top of the actual sponsored content that, companies are paying for. It's getting a little ridiculous on TikTok and they need to tone it down. All right, fourth and final reason why I'm loving Threads is the fact that it's a great spot right now to conduct market research. So I responded or commented to a thread probably a couple of weeks ago, just, with my idea that like I was thinking of launching a potential paid type of membership where it could be like a train your traffic person or kind of like a focus of like teach me all your ways, oh wise one, right? So I have a screenshot from that actual thread. There was 2 people that responded to that idea that I had. I didn't even ask for thoughts about the idea or, if anyone would be interested in something like that. But 2 people did respond and it actually got some like interesting ideas going in my head in terms of market research. Would people want to even buy this product or enroll in this type of membership that I'm thinking of creating? So I feel like it's such a great place to test the waters of a new idea or ask specific questions that, relate back to like your market research questions that would give you more helpful insight as to what current problems your audience is facing right now and how does that specifically relate to the problem you solve with the course or program or, done for you service that you want to offer your clients. Okay, final thoughts. Is Threads dead in 2024? I'm saying no. But this is what is working for me right now in my business. I am no way going to say that you are missing the boat. You're missing out on Threads. I'd like to say that, but you could be crushing it elsewhere. You could be crushing it on YouTube. You could be crushing it on TikTok. I love TikTok. I love consuming the entertainment style reels and some educational stuff. But for me to constantly be creating content, video stuff that requires me to be on camera constantly and also editing that content really isn't feasible for the type of lifestyle that I envision for myself, nor for the content creation process for, Litchfield Media in general. So I'm not going to say that you're missing out, but for me, it is truly has been a game changer and it's made me think of revising my own marketing stack for 2024. So here it is. I'm going to share it with you. Number 1, it's Threads. I'm going to prioritize and focus more of my time in terms of engagement in creating content and brainstorming content ideas specifically for Threads. That's my number 1. Number 2 is YouTube. You're watching YouTube right now. I'm still making it a priority of making a video one every week, every month. So essentially 52 videos for the entire year. I started last June and I'm committed to continue to do this for at least 2 years. So YouTube is my second priority in terms of my marketing stack. Number 3 is gonna be email marketing. I realized that my email marketing has kind of been stagnant in terms of like email marketing growth of subscribers. So I am going to be running a few lead magnet ads or ad campaigns this year. So I do plan on doing that. And just based off of like the market research or posts that I've been seeing on Threads, I'm actually creating a brand new lead magnet specifically for a problem that I want to solve. Thanks to Threads for the ideas. 4th marketing stack on the list is Instagram. That's not really going away, but again, it's not going to be my focus going into this new year. TikTok. I still enjoy creating videos, and I do find that it's more of a search-based platform, similar to Pinterest and YouTube, right? It's nothing like Facebook and Instagram. The content that I make for Instagram really pretty much dies. But on TikTok, if I'm consistent with at least posting like one video a week, that could probably be, a topic that I grabbed that got a lot of engagement from Threads, and I can make a video on that. If I stick to at least one video a week, I feel pretty good about that, because right now, currently, people are finding videos via like keyword research or terms that they're searching for on TikTok from 2022. So those videos are still doing pretty good. I still do want to focus on TikTok, and honestly, if I create a video for TikTok, I can just push it to Instagram. So easy peasy for me. And last but not least, in my marketing stack is going to be a mixture of blogging and putting those pins that relate to that blog on Pinterest, because I do want to lean more heavily into the evergreen type of social content. I don't want to keep creating content for Instagram and it dies within a week or two. So I am going all in on evergreen content, and obviously I don't want to leave out email marketing because I know how important that is for my business. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video on Threads. Bye.
The cherry on top of your broken dreams. I didn't ask you for anything, but you're